Okay. First up, we've got this bug catcher again. I mean, let me just double check here. Yeah, we've got Thunder Shock instead of Thunder, and we've got Quick Attack instead of Crunch. So Tatsu is nowhere near as good at level 50 as he is at level 100. But pretty much everyone else... Oh yeah, I even do have Toxic on you. Okay. Ice Punch, Sludge Bomb, yeah, okay. Yeah, everyone else does have their final moveset. It's just Tatsu who's really nowhere as good. But he's still a legendary and an electric type. So it'll probably be fine. For this team, though, we're going to go with SD Jr. and Meep. As far as who else to fight here, I don't know, Chunk? Yeah, that'll do. Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna flamethrower my way through all of these guys. I'm just gonna flamethrower my way through all of these guys. If he throws out the Dunsparce again, which he probably will, I'll probably switch over to Meep, because Meep won't care if Meep hits herself. And he also won't be able to hit Meep with Dig. So it'll probably be fine. Although I'll probably try a flamethrower first, let myself get confused in the process, just to get a free hit in before I switch. Oh no, they're going for Pinsir. Okay. That tells me they probably don't have the Dunsparce. Because I feel like they would have used the Dunsparce if they had it here. So we'll just keep using Flamethrower and continue one-shotting all of these guys. I'm fine with that. That's how it should have gone with the Charizard. Alright, what's your last dude? Butterfree. Okay. I was really hoping it would be the Parasect, just for some schadenfreude of me getting to destroy a Parasect instead of my Parasect getting destroyed. But, you know what? This'll work. There we go. Alright. That's how that battle should have gone the first time. Yep. Yeah, that's about as perfect as you can get. Like, not only do all of my Pokemon not faint, they didn't take a single hit. Yeah, dude, if I was you, I'd be pissed. Literally, all of my Pokemon got one-shot swept. Didn't even get a single hit in. That's the power of using your own Pokemon rather than rentals. The rentals are fun. I think the rentals are the most fun part of this game. But when you really just want to blitz through this, just use your own Pokemon. Alright. So, we definitely want to use Tatsu here. As far as the rest of the team goes, Dur will actually be very good to use. Against a lot of these guys, like, instinctively I want to bring Chunk just because he has a super high special defense, but I think Royal will actually be a little bit better. He's got Fire Punch for the Magneton, he's got Thunder Punch for the water types except for the Quagsire, he's got Psychic for the Quagsire, and also Psychic for the Poliwrath. So, actually maybe I should start with Royal. You know what? Yeah, let's start with Royal, bring in Tatsu, bring in Dur, and we'll just run with it. Now, yeah, this could be a little tricky because no one on my team actually resists water. That's why when I was doing rentals, the first thing I looked for was a grass type, something to resist water. Well, I mean, I guess my water type resists water, but it also doesn't have anything particularly good to use against it. Yeah, we'll just go for a Thunder Punch here, and it'll probably do the job. Oh, he's faster! That's impressive. I always forget how fast Kabutops is. It's a very quick Pokemon. And I kind of always forget that. Well, I went first anyway. So that'll do it. Alright. So there's one. What else do you got? If I had to guess, probably switching to the Magneton? No, switching to the... Okay. Well, Royal will resist his Psychic. And he won't resist his Water, but Royal has pretty good special defense, so... And I'll get a crit, so I'll one-shot it anyway. Okay. Alright, sure. I'll take that. I'm fine with that. I guess the game felt bad after me just quitting halfway through this guy last time. Okay, and we're to Demur. This guy will probably try and use Toxic and Whirlpool against me. I'm just gonna go for Thunder Punches. Alright, one more Thunder Punch will do it. Yeah, he's gonna use Toxic. It's not even gonna hit. Wow. Okay. I didn't expect to get an actual perfect against this guy as well. Like, I expected to get a continue. I didn't expect... Okay. Alright. The luck was not with me in that previous run. I think the game felt bad about it because, dear God, the luck was with me in that run. Or at least in that battle. Because they didn't even get a single... They didn't land a single hit. They at least have launched attacks, but they didn't land a single one. And I got 2 crits? Like, that's the kind of luck I see the computer having a lot, not me having a lot, so I can't even accept... Like, I can't say that was due to me at all. That was just pure RNG being on my side there. The mountains are the greatest. It's inspired. Okay, whatever. We're gonna fight Hiker Chester. Okay, I seem to remember the Ursaring being a problem. Alright, well, Dur is great against this team. So we're gonna bring in Dur. SD Jr. is surprisingly good against a lot of this as well. Royal would have an answer for everything on this team, but he's a risk because this is a very physical-oriented team, and Royal is very physically squishy. But I'll bring him anyway. And Meep would be able to just Toxic and survive against like all of these guys, except for the Steel types, which you can't use Toxic on. So I'll bring in Meep in case things get hairy. But I think Dur should just be able to handle this. Maybe against the Ursaring I'll need to switch. I bet the Ursaring probably has Fire Punch. It probably has a Fighting Move, Earthquake, and Body Slam. Either that or it has like Rest or something. Well, we're just going to go for a Surf right off the bat and just wash this guy away. That Magnitude 6, okay, yeah, it's not going to do a heck of a lot. So yeah, I'm just going to wash this guy away. Speaking of which, I should probably drink some water. Stay hydrated, everyone. I have not been drinking enough water today. Apparently that's no problem at all, that I just washed away his golem. Alright, well, what else you got? Ah, there's the Ursaring. Alright, well, I'm gonna go for the Earthquake. I don't know what this guy has. He's gonna build up his defense. Ah, he's going to Defense Curl Rollout. That's what he's going to do. That didn't do a heck of a lot. I would have liked it to do more. I am actually going to switch to Meep. Just because Meep has really, really high defense. This guy's probably going to use Rollout. So I'm going to want to use Toxic. Yeah, he's going to use Rollout. Now, if this Rollout is allowed to build up, then it'll be a problem, but I don't really have anything that can force him to not get hit. I probably should use Toxic. I'm going to go for the Steel Wing instead.
What's this? A light hit.
Alright. Hopefully he starts to miss at some point. He didn't miss there. Do I not have leftovers on Meep? I guess I must not in this build. That's right, I have leftovers on Chunk, and I switched leftovers to Meep because there was no real reason to have them on Chunk, considering Chunk would just use Rest. So Meep actually has the Shark Beak to increase her Drill Peck. That's right. I thought I had leftovers on Meep, so I thought I was going to, like, heal a little bit out of this, but okay. Well, we'll go to Royal. Royal won't survive a hit, but hopefully I can just use Psychic to take him down. Yeah, we'll just go straight for the Psychic. And hopefully just knock him out with this. Okay, yeah, there we go. Probably should have done that to start with, frankly, but oh well. I had considered just starting with Royal instead of Dur, but whatever. Alright, Fire Punch. It'll be super effective. Not quite, okay. Oh, he's also going for Rollout.
That was a glancing blow.
I guess this guy's gimmick is Rollout. I mean, it's a neat move. If you actually are able to build it up, it can do a ton of damage. But, usually it's more effective to just, like, start with an Earthquake or Rock Slide. Rather than try and build up a Rollout. Well, whatever. Down goes Hiker Chester. I don't care about winning or losing. You just want to roll. I get it, man. Alright, well. Let's keep going. Super Nerd? Battle I don't want, can't I just... Oh, I remember this guy's words. Yeah, I remember this guy. He's not cool. So that Corsola and Wobbuffet both have Mirror Coat. I remember that. Okay. So those two both have Wobbuffet. The Tentacruel has Toxic, Protect, I think Wrap, and probably like Surf. Okay. Okay. Alright. So, I'm gonna bring in Royal to start, because he's got an answer for almost everything here. I'm gonna bring in Dur, just because he's very good. Actually, no. No. I want SD Junior. Ah, man. SD Junior is the best answer for the Wobbuffet, and also for the Corsola if it's using Mirror Coat. But if it has any other moves that it's going to use, then it won't. Then it'll just probably one-shot SD Junior depending on what it does. Okay, I'm gonna bring in Chunk and tank with Chunk. I'm gonna bring in Royal and do a bunch of damage. I'm gonna bring in SD Jr. and I might end up having to use a continue. We'll find out.
The battles are intensifying to a fever pitch. This is round 4.
Okay, round 4. We're gonna start with Chunk. Chunk does not take damage. Starting with Tentacruel. Okay. So, right off the bat, we're gonna body slam this guy. I can rest if I need to, which will get rid of the toxic and heal me. He's gonna miss anyway, so that's cool.
A sharp attack. Hit. That was good.
Alright, so I won't be able to two-shot him, but I'll try it again here. He'll probably use Protect? No, he's going for Toxic. Okay, so if he lands this Toxic, which he did, this following turn he will use Protect. This I know for certain. Okay, so I'm just going to recover with leftovers, and I'm tempted to switch. Yeah, I'm actually going to switch, and I'm going to switch to Royal.
The commands are made.
Because he's going to use Protect on this turn. It's what he's done every single time I fought him. Toxic, then Protect. And sometimes Protect again.
What an opportunity.
Yep.
No, the move failed.
Alright.
How will this newly switched
And
Pokemon
Psychic.
fare?
Alright, so this will take out the Tentacruel.
Blast. That's a hit. Yes, it's going.
Now, if I need anyone to take a hit, I can always switch into Chunk, and then just rest with Chunk to fully recover.
Oh, it's Ampharos.
Okay, Ampharos. This thing has Zap Cannon and Fire Punch, if I recall correctly. I'm gonna go for a Psychic. I don't think it... Oh, it also has Swift.
Great hit.
Maybe like Double Team? Oh, Thunder Wave. Okay.
It used Thunder Wave.
I think this guy is all about stat afflictions. Or like status ailments. Well, whatever. I'm gonna go for another Psychic. He's probably gonna go for... yeah, Double Team. Okay.
Ah, it raised its evasiveness. There it goes.
This might take him out with damage range.
Managed to hang
Leave them with 1 HP. Really? Okay.
still capable of going, but the other one
Man,
was
okay. We're just going to try it again.
They go into battle mode.
He's going to do another Double Team.
It's concentrating
If I
on
don't hit him here, I can
improving
always switch to SD Jr.,
its stat. Serious attack.
who has...
Yes,
Okay, it worked.
hit. Oh, and down it goes.
Alright, cool. Now, what is your last Pokemon?
Only one Pokemon
Honestly, kind of hoping it's the Wobbuffet.
Oh, it's Skarmory.
Skarmory!
Down to
Okay.
the last Pokemon now. The crowd's excitement is building from this heated battle.
I'm going to try for a Fire Punch.
They're ready to go.
I should switch, is what I should do, but I'm going to try for the Fire Punch.
Look at that swagger. Oh, it's confusing.
Alright, so I'm confused and my attack went up. But Royal's attack is really bad anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much.
A powerful blow. A hot battle is
Okay,
unfolding.
I should switch. I'm going to switch to SD Jr. He's not going to do a Swagger again. He's going to do some form of attack, hopefully a Steel Wing. I hope for it's the Steel Wing because it would be less powerful.
Oh, it's powerful.
Naturally, Skarmory's best flying move would be Fly. Otherwise, its best attack move is Steel Wing, yeah. Steel Wing and Swift are the best attacking moves that Skarmory naturally learns. I should be faster. Yeah, there we go. So I'll just take it out with this Flamethrower.
That's it.
And there we go. Alright.
More
So this guy was a pain, and I definitely had a really bad time with him before, but not too bad with the train team. Alright, only took one actual hit of damage from this guy. Both of my other Pokemon had status afflictions on them, but, you know. Yeah, the missing element was, I don't know, flamethrower? Alright. Well, let's keep going. I'm very glad we've been getting a bunch of continues, because I seem to remember that I'll probably need them. I'll make your Pokemon infatuated. Got it. You're probably using Charm. That's or not Charm. Attract. That's probably your thing. Okay. So, a lot of normal. A lot of normal. I'm really feeling Meep here. Meep, I think, is going to be really good. I'm also feeling Chunk here. I think Chunk is going to be really good. Man, SD Jr. and Royal both have really bad defense stats. That's their two real downsides. Dur could probably hold his own here. But he's not super great against two of these guys, the two flying types. One of which is also a grass type, so he's really bad against that. So I should probably bring in Tatsu, who actually has electric moves. Sure, let's give this a shot.
The cries of Pokémon echo all over Pokémon Stadium. Will these cries turn into roars of victory?
Alright, we'll start out with Meep, who can just Drill Peck and Toxic his way through things if needed. Miltank. Okay, I think I do want to just go ahead and start with the Toxic. It's usually a pretty good opening move. Body Slam will hurt and maybe paralyze. Got a crit and paralyzed. Fantastic. Am I paralyzed? I'm not paralyzed. Do I hit though? I do. Okay. So he did a lot more damage to me than I expected it to, but it was also a crit. Let's see if I can build up some Steel Wings.
Oh, there was a bell chiming.
Oh, okay. Heal Bell. He recovered his ailment.
That was a glancing blow.
Or she, I suppose.
These Pokémon are equally fit.
Hmm.
There's plenty of fight left in both.
Okay, so no real point in using Toxic on them then. I'm gonna switch over to Drill Peck because it does more damage, and hope that I can just out-damage this thing. I'll definitely need to swap after this battle, but I'm hoping I don't need to swap until I take... I'm hoping I can take this thing down before I need to swap.
The white-hot battle continues.
Yep, she's just gonna keep body slamming. It's not very effective, but if I get fully paralyzed. Man, the fact that I got fully paralyzed and critically hit on the first attack. It's unfortunate. I mean, to be fair, Body Slam has a really good chance of paralyzing, so it's like a 1 in 3. It's very good. Alright, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to beat this guy with Meep. I can get pretty far, though. Alright, we're gonna do one more Drill Peck here. I wasn't expecting them to have Heal Bell. If they didn't have Heal Bell, they would have died to the Toxic by now. Alright. We'll try it one more time. Maybe I'll survive another hit. Actually, if they don't crit, I think I will. Alright, if I'm not fully paralyzed, which I'm not, okay, cool. I was able to take down the Miltank with Meep, even though I got paralyzed. So that was rough. That was a rough first fight, but, you know, I am ahead. I am technically ahead. I will probably... yeah, I won't be able to Toxic any of the rest of these guys, though. Okay. I think it's probably time to switch over to Chunk.
Between the two combatants.
If Chunk gets paralyzed or something, I can always heal it, and Body Slam will do a lot of damage.
Oh, it's Snorlax.
Fire Blast.
How's that?
Alright. Well, Chunk's special defense is insane. I did get a burn.
HP with some leftovers. How will this newly switched out Pokemon fare?
I'm just gonna rest right away.
Face each other.
And attract. I had a feeling it probably had attract.
Hey, it became attracted to the opponent. It appears to be attracted to the other
And it
Pokemon.
prevented me from sleeping. I could legit die to the burn
A heated action
because I can't sleep. Alright, fine, we'll switch over to Tatsu. Tatsu is genderless, so attract shouldn't work on him. And I guess we'll use Spark, because it's his best move, which is unfortunate. Really wish I got something better. Oh my goodness, this thing is just annoying.
Oh, that's
Thank goodness that missed. Okay.
what impact will this
Alright,
Pokemon
we're
have
gonna
on
go for the
battle?
Spark. Could set up a Reflect, but honestly, if I can get this thing paralyzed, I think that'll do wonders for me. Fire Blast.
What now?
Okay.
A light hit. The white hot
Alright,
dog
we'll just go for another Spark. At least it didn't burn.
What will it do?
I was really worried that it would burn,
That one.
considering its first attack with its first Pokemon immediately paralyzed, and its first attack with this Pokemon immediately burned.
It used its held item to restore HP.
Alright, well, we know what its item was. It was just a regular berry.
They're ready to go.
Well, we'll just spark him down, finish him off. Alright, as long as their next Pokemon is female, I should be fine just switching back to Chunk, using Rest to get rid of the burn, and, you know, preferably it's not one of her normal types.
Oh, it's just
Nope, it's male.
down to the last
And
Pokemon
it's,
now.
I mean, it's also not a normal type, but it is male. Alright, well, we'll just go with a Spark, I guess.
How's that? Yes, it's a hit.
Yeah, not going to be super effective because it's also a grass type, but... Leech Seed!
Oh,
Alright,
right.
well, I think I'll out-damage it. Man, Leech Seed is such a terrifying animation in the Stadium games.
There's the attack. The hit lands right off.
Alright, one more should do. You got healed a lot, man, Stunspore. Man, you are all just about statuses, aren't you, lady?
It's gripped by paralysis.
Paralyzed. Okay.
It's a fierce
Alright, we're gonna switch back to Chunk,
prepare for battle.
and I'm gonna use Rest.
This
He's probably gonna
Pokemon
use
is
Attract,
working out.
and that's gonna suck. But, like, I'm pretty sure between Leech Seed... Oh, actually, Leech Seed will heal this guy a lot from Chunk.
What now? A light hit. It restored HP with some leftovers. How will this
Okay,
newly switched out Pokemon fare?
Man, but I don't think a Body Slam will actually take him out because of that burn, so I think I need to rest. He's definitely... Oh, he didn't use Leech Seed. I thought for sure he would.
What's next? That did little damage.
Okay, I thought for sure he was going to go for either Leech Seed or Attract. If he was smart, he would have seeded Chunk, because that would heal him a lot. But okay, I'm fine with that. Sleep Talk. Yeah, there's the Attract, okay.
What will it do?
If I can get a single Body Slam, I think this thing will go down.
This Pokemon is very
Nope.
much
Okay.
attracted by the opponent.
Try it again. There's the leech seed.
What's this? Right, that's a hit.
Alright.
It appears to be attracted
Nope.
to the other Pokemon.
Alright, yeah, that healed him a lot.
Sparks are
I'm gonna try for one more body slam. See, I don't think there's a better answer here. Like, I think I need Junk to take this guy out, because I don't think I have...
woke up.
Okay. Okay, I got a body slam. That's what I really needed
There
here.
it goes. Great hit.
And we got him paralyzed. Okay. Okay, so here's what I can do. Now that he is also paralyzed, I will just switch.
Trainer's switching Pokemon.
He's probably going to use Mega Drain, which, I mean, whatever. And then I can just use Spark, which might not be enough to finish him off. But maybe he'll get fully paralyzed. Oh, he's going for a Stun Spore. Okay, that's even better. Because I am already paralyzed. Katsu will naturally be faster.
Affect the flow of battle.
So as long as I'm not fully paralyzed, I'm fully paralyzed. Okay. Maybe he'll be fully paralyzed. Nope. Okay. Okay.
What now? A light pack.
And a crit. Okay. Alright.
The crowd's excitement
Game is not being kind in this round. Alright, we got the spark. Good, good. I don't think it'll be enough to one-shot
was
them.
good.
No, not quite. Alright. So I will need another hit, but this shouldn't take me out unless they get another crit. Even if they do get another crit, it might not take me out.
Light hit.
Alright. Okay.
Pokemon running out of steam.
I'm gonna switch to Chunk. He's paralyzed. He's gonna go for a Mega Drain.
Pokemon is returning to its Pokeball.
Because Attract wouldn't work. He's gonna go for either a Mega Drain or whatever his final attack is. I don't think we've seen his fourth attack.
Foe is weak. Now's the time to attack.
But I can just use one Body Slam with Chunk now that I'm no longer seated, or attracted, or burn.
Restore HP with some leftovers.
One Body Slam will take him out.
Newly switched out Pokemon fair. Body slam.
There we go.
That's a hit.
Jeez. That fight was
Remaining
a
Pokemon.
lot worse than it should have been.
And there goes the battle.
Hoy vey. Okay. Yeah, that was a lot more rough than it should have been, but we still got the continue. Barely. Just barely, but we got it. Alright. Whoo, buddy. Alright, what do we have next?